This is chapter 3, and it is called My Spacesuit. I cut the power and Star Jumper settled back to the floor. From now on, it's just you and me, Star Jumper, I said out loud. We're going places. New worlds are calling to us, and the universe is the limit. I was so excited that my hands were shaking. Calm down, I told myself. You're not ready yet. Not by a long shot. For one thing, you still need to make yourself a spacesuit. I didn't have the right stuff in my plastic bins or closet to make a good spacesuit, but I was pretty sure I'd find everything I needed in our attic. When I opened my bedroom door, Jonathan was standing there with a big squinty-eyed grin on his face. "So how's my castle?" he asked. "Is it ready yet?" One look at Star Jumper and his big grin turned into a big pout. "Hey, wait a minute! Where's my castle?" "I never said I'd build you a castle," I told him. "Yes, you did," he insisted. "A castle with turrets, and a moat, and a drawbridge, and you are going to be my horse and bring me breakfast in bed." Did I mention that my brother is delusional? Horses don't serve breakfast in bed, I snapped, and shoved him out of the way. "They do if you're the king. Kings get anything they want, whenever they want it. They can take baths in whipped cream if they want to." He was walking so close behind me it made my skin creep. Remember how Peter Pan lost his shadow and Wendy sewed it on for him? Well, it's like that, only the opposite with my little brother. Jonathan wants to get rid of my shadow so he can take its place. When I reached the pull down steps in the hall, I told him, "Look, I'm going upstairs to the attic now, and you're afraid of all the spiders and cobwebs and vampire bats that live up there. So why don't you do yourself a favor and go outside and play in traffic or something?" That's mean. Jonathan tried to look tough, but I could tell I had scared him. He hates bats, even fake Halloween bats. "Who says there are bats in the attic? No one has to say it," I told him. "It's a fact." Of course, I was making this all up. I just wanted to get rid of him. I could tell it was working because the blood was starting to drain from his face. Well, I don't care about spiders or cobwebs or bats. They don't scare me one bit, said Jonathan. But he didn't follow me into the attic. He just sat on the rug in the hall and waited for me to come down. The attic has got to be my most favorite place in our house. Both my parents are pack rats. They never throw anything away. It all goes up into the attic with stuff from my grandparents and yard sales and things that got left behind by the last owner of the house. It's like a museum up there. A museum of odds and ends, dusty old stuff from long ago, and just plain junk. So here's his sketch in his journal of the pack rats. And he's calling his mom pack rats. There's mom and there's dad, meaning they never throw anything away. It only took me a few minutes to find everything I needed. Some tubing from an old vacuum cleaner, a hat box, a cracked motorcycle helmet, one of my dad's old snowsuits from when he was a kid. So this is what he's journaled in his journal. And he titled it The Spacesuit Design. It's amazing what you can build from common household items. I'm surprised nobody else seems to know this. It must be one of the best kept secrets in the world. When I climbed down from the attic, Jonathan was busy at work on a new set of crayon drawings. "It won't be hard to make that dumb spaceship into a cool castle," he said, poking his crayon at the paper. "See? All you have to do is make a few changes." I tried to get to my room before he could sneak in, but carrying all that stuff slowed me down. As I closed my bedroom door, I saw Jonathan's foot disappear under my bed. Once he's under there, it's impossible to pry him out. Even poking at him with a hockey stick doesn't work. I thought about complaining to my mom, but I knew that would only create a bigger scene. In the end, I'd still have to listen to him shout and pound on my door. Sometimes when stuff like this happens, I lose it. I have a tantrum and start throwing things, but not today. Just be cool, I told myself. Let Worm spy on you all he wants. At least that way he'll be quiet. So I pretended Jonathan wasn't under my bed and started constructing my oxygen generator. So this is another picture of his journal, and he has labeled Mom's old cheese grater, 2 birthday candles, a ball of string, 1 tuna fish can, an empty egg carton. And then he titled it Materials for Oxygen Generator. It took about 25 minutes to build and install the oxygen generator in the hat box. After a quick test, I inserted the vacuum cleaner hose in the hat box lid. Then I ran the other end of the hose to the motorcycle helmet and sealed everything with duct tape. I was moving right along until I ran out of tape. No big deal, I thought. There's another roll in the junk drawer in the kitchen. It will only take me a minute to run downstairs to get it. I was so involved in my work that I totally forgot about Jonathan until I ran into Mom in the kitchen making dinner. "Have you seen your little brother?" she asked. "I haven't heard a peep out of him for quite a while." "He's in my room," I said as I found the tape and closed the drawer. "Oh, that's nice," she smiled. "I'm glad you two are playing quietly for a change. Don't go far. Dinner will be ready soon." Playing with Jonathan? Sometimes I wonder if my mom knows me at all. I had only been gone for a few minutes, but I was starting to worry. I ran upstairs, taking 3 steps at a time. When I opened my bedroom door, my worst fear was staring me in the face. Uh-oh. Jonathan was no longer under my bed. He was inside Star Jumper. His hands were on the controls, and he was grinning like a maniac. "Hey, this thing works great," he cried as Star Jumper lifted off the floor and drifted toward the ceiling. Oh no, that's his journal, his drawing of Jonathan inside his Star Jumper. And that is the end of chapter 3.